Yo, what's going on, guys? It's C-Breb. Welcome to another MLB The Show 21 video. Today is episode 2 of No Money Spent. Here's where we left the squad off last time. We picked up a couple of Tops Now players. Dylan Carlson, Akil Baddoo. We got Joe Musgrove in the rotation. And of course, the big thumper, Yerman Mercedes behind the plate. Friendly reminder to subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're going to be doing No Money Spent episodes throughout the entire year. And we're also going to have plenty of tips and tricks on this channel to get better at the game and how to navigate the content as a No Money Spent player throughout the year as well. All right, first things first, I can't believe I forgot this in episode 1, but if you go to the store right now and buy this free Roberto Clemente pack, it is going to give you a free 85 overall Roberto Clemente. It doesn't cost any stubs. You literally just get it for free. And if you don't want him, he sells for $5K on the marketplace. Look at him walking out there. That's pretty sick. I wouldn't suggest selling him. I think $5K for this card is about as good as value as you can get. We're going to throw him in our outfield. But yeah, free card. According to the store, he is in there for 6 days and 21 more hours. As of the time of me recording this video, it's April 19th. So about April 26th-ish is about when he rotates out of the store, it looks like. So make sure you go into the store, get this free diamond card. Next, as is going to be tradition all year, we're going to go into daily moments and knock out the daily moment for today. Yesterday, we weren't able to record for No Money Spent, but I did log on briefly and get the moment done. So this will actually be our third moment, which means we're going to get some stubs, 1,000 stubs there, and we'll be 2 more days away from Jason Giambi, who's basically going to be a free diamond first baseman. So as I said in the first episode, make sure you're doing these daily moments every day, because just for doing 8 of them in April, you're going to get 2 diamond cards for free, Jason Giambi and Roberto Alomar, as well as some other goodies along the way. All right, our daily moments done. We had to pitch an inning with Pedro Martinez and get a strikeout without giving up a hit, I believe. So it takes us back to the main menu here. But let's go back in. We got 1,000 stubs. Our third daily moment is complete. Now, this is new today. This just came out, a new player program. If you guys don't know what player programs are, they are essentially easily grindable free cards. They come out throughout the year, and they really don't take much effort, just playing some moments and then 1 additional task. They also have a little bit of stubs and packs along the way. The new one today is this Eric Davis card. By the way, these Orioles unis look sick. This Eric Davis looks like a maniac at the plate, pretty poor in the outfield, but for an 85 overall free card right out the gate this year, amazing card. Here's what you have to do for Eric Davis. He's got moments associated with him. You should definitely do all of these moments before you do anything else for this player program. Doing all these moments and completing them will get you at 42 points out of 50. So you need 50 for the card, but just from the moments, you're going to get 3 packs and some stubs along the way. For the final 8 moments, you can either do online missions, so if you're playing online anyway, you can knock these out. I don't think you're going to get 10 hits with Orioles players done. The easier one looks like tally 5 extra base hits with center fielders. So what you could do is you could go into events or even ranked seasons if you don't really care about your rating or anything. Load your lineup with as many center fielders as you can, and as soon as you get 5 extra base hits, you will have 10 more points, and that will complete the program fully. If you're not interested in Eric Davis right away either, you can just put this off. You can just sit at 42, and then eventually, even if you only have 1 starting center fielder in your lineup, just by playing, you'll knock it out eventually. So that will give you 10 points and get you to 50. The other option you have is to defeat the Baltimore Orioles on All-Star difficulty. So this is what people do if they want to complete it right away and just forget about it, get the whole program done. They do the moments to get to 42 points, and then they go ahead and play the Baltimore Orioles on All-Star and beat them. This is a 9-inning game against the computer, and you have to be on All-Star difficulty or higher for it to complete. Obviously, you could play on Hall of Fame and Legend if you want a little bit more parallel multiplier, but I would honestly play this on All-Star if you're going to do it. The way you get there, if you want to do this to beat the Orioles and finish the program right away, you go to single player modes, play versus CPU. Luckily, it's an Orioles player, so they're the first team that pops up, and then you're going to want to hit R1 or RB to change the difficulty. You can see that above the colored shields. Now we have changed the difficulty to All-Star. We're going to go ahead and play as home. You probably want to play as home just in case you could save yourself a half inning of work if you end up being ahead in the 9th inning. Or if you want to grind more hitter stats, you can play as away. But either way, this is a 9-inning game against the computer on All-Star. You probably are able to beat it. The Orioles are a really bad team anyway with their traditional roster in the game. So that's an additional way for you to get the final 8 points for the Eric Davis program. Essentially, there's going to be more and more player programs that come out throughout the year, and it's good practice just to do them even if you don't think you'll use the card. It's a free diamond. It doesn't take a lot of work. You can even just do the moments to get to 42 points for the packs, and then just let it sit there, and eventually you're going to get 5 extra base hits with center fielders and get the card over time just by playing online. I should also mention that if you're going to do this 9-inning game against the computer, make sure you have some cards in your lineup that you want to upgrade, because you're going to be getting stats in that game, and that's going to help you work towards parallel progress for each card in your lineup. And as a reminder, in that regard, parallels are a structure where you can upgrade your cards by accruing stats with them. You can get up to +5 for a card if you get a crazy amount of stats, and you do get credit for this in play versus CPU and Conquest. So when you're grinding that kind of stuff offline, make sure you got guys in your lineup that could benefit from being upgraded that you're probably going to use in ranked play. So with that being said, that is our first course of action today. We are going to knock out all of these moments to get to 42 points in the Eric Davis player program. Also, a little convenience thing here: if you try to play the moments from Eric Davis's player program screen itself, it's going to kick you back to the main menu every time. So make sure you go into the moment screen itself and then down to player programs and then select on Eric Davis. Also, he has some multi-game moments in this. I just wanted to show you guys this feature. This is tally 6 hits in 3 games. I actually went 0-for in my first game, so it doesn't make a ton of sense for me to play out the other 2 games. It makes more sense for me to restart to give myself another shot at 3 games since I didn't get any hits in the first game. The way you can reset multi-game moments is by mousing over the moment itself and then hitting R1 or RB and reset series. Now I have 3 games remaining to get 6 hits instead of trying to play out the last 2 of my first try trying to get 6 hits. Okay, we have completed all of the moments for Eric Davis. You can see in the top left corner we're at 42 points out of 50. We are going to end up playing the Orioles, the CPU game, to get the final 8 points just because I want this diamond card in my lineup immediately since our lineup isn't that great. But we're going to do that a little later after the next thing we do, because again, when we play against the computer, we want to be working on parallels for cards that are going to play in ranked for us. But we do have 3 packs to open from this player program. Let's see if we can pull anything exciting out of here. Bronze card and 3 commons in the first pack. Basically worst case scenario there. Another bronze and 3 commons, not ideal. Our final pack of the 3 from the Eric Davis player program is a silver card, and it's Evan Longoria. Because we are no money spent, we just started out, and the thought of completing the live series collection is so far away that when you open packs like this, you could go through your inventory afterwards and put all these common cards up just to try to get as many stubs as possible, since you're probably not going to be locking any of these guys in for a while. But if you just want to keep them and not worry about it, I understand as well. Okay, so new player program moments are done. Daily moment is done. It's time to talk about Team Affinity. This is the absolute hotbed for no money spent players, how to get the best team possible basically for free. It exists in Team Affinity. We talked about it briefly last episode, but by completing these Team Affinity tasks, you will be able to pick up these 88 overall cards for each team, which are some of the best in the game, especially for no money spent players. These cards are also not sellable on the marketplace, so the only way to get them is to do the Team Affinity programs. If you want to know the fastest way to do Team Affinity, it's by doing showdowns, and I made a whole video on it. The link to that video is in the description below. And the most efficient way to do this in terms of the amount of players that you get compared to the time spent doing showdown, it's best to do it division by division, so doing all of the division at once, because as you can see in the reward structure, these 88 overall cards are backloaded, so you don't actually get your first one until 60 Team Affinity points. That's 4 showdowns. Then you get your next one at 90 points, which is 2 more showdowns. But then after 90 points, the last 60 points of the program, which is 4 showdowns, you are going to get 3 players. I understand Team Affinity is a huge grind, and I'm going to show you the collection of why you probably want to do all 6 of these divisions at 100% after this. But for the sake of our series, we're only going to do 1 division just to get 5 diamond cards for our team. I do want to feature some other no money spent cards, such as the Giambi and the Alomar from Daily Moments. The Pujols from Conquest, we're going to go ahead and get him as well. I just want to have a decent amount of cards on this team for you guys that don't really want to grind Team Affinity. You can still see the other cards that we can get for free in action. This is a very common question I've been getting a lot on stream as well. Because it's most efficient to do this by an entire division at a time, a lot of people have been asking me what's the best division to target. In general, both Central divisions and both West divisions are pretty good, and in my opinion, both East divisions as a whole are pretty bad. The best division, in my personal opinion, is the AL Central, and that's the one we're going to be doing for our series today. So many good cards in the AL Central, as well as has the gold cards that you get along the way, which I forgot to mention. Not only do you get these Diamond 42 cards along the way, but there are division-specific gold cards along the way as well. And the AL Central has two of the best in my opinion. If you guys remember from last episode, the hardest thing to build up early in the year is relief pitching. The gold AL Central pack actually has two really good relievers, Shane Green with 112 hits per 9 and sinker cutter slider, which are some of the best pitches in the game. This is an insanely good gold card, as well as Kelvin Herrera, who's not as good as Shane Green, but decent pitch mix and throws 99 miles an hour. So even if you don't want to do the AL Central division right away like I am to get the Diamond players, it may still be worth it to get to 45 points for the AL Central and get the two gold relievers that come in these packs. And to finish my thought from earlier, I think the AL Central has the best set of 5 cards that you can get for a whole division. Even Franmil Reyes could start for you, even though his defense is terrible. If your team's not very good, he's probably going to start for me. But Niko Goodrum, one of the best cards in the game right now. Salvador Perez, one of the best catchers in the game right now. Jose Berrios, very good starting pitcher. Again, we want depth in our starting rotation. And Tim Anderson, great swing and crushes lefties as well. I also think that the AL West and the NL Central are the next best divisions behind the AL Central, and I think it's pretty close. If you want to argue with me that the AL West is the best division, I'm not going to argue with you back. This is just my opinion. Lots of good cards for Diamonds in the AL West and NL Central. I will say, however, the NL Central has much better gold rewards than the AL West does. So if you're interested in both the Diamond and the Golds, I think the NL Central is better than the AL West. And also the NL West is pretty good as well. Like I said earlier, the AL East and the NL East are really the worst divisions on the whole. Now let's talk about this 99 overall Jackie Robinson card. This card is the reason I mentioned earlier you may want to make it a long-term goal for you to complete all 6 of the divisions for Team Affinity, max out all 6 of them, get all 30 of the Diamond cards. It's because of this Jackie Robinson. He is part of a collection, one of the earliest 99s you can get in the game, and it's decently easy to get him as a no money spent player. As of right now, the 10 Diamond 42 cards from the pre-order pack are part of this collection. They will be moving forward. They're extremely expensive right now. I imagine they'll add some way in the game later on to increase the supply of these cards, and the price of these cards could come down as well. So my personal opinion, don't go about buying these 42 cards off the marketplace, the 10 that were part of the pre-order, until you've done all 30 of the Team Affinity cards as well. But as you can see from this collection, we need to collect 42 series players. 30 of those come from Team Affinity, 10 from the marketplace, the pre-order diamonds, and then the last 2 are this Mini Minoso and Larry Doby cards. You get these 2 guys for collecting 10 and 20 of the 42 cards, so a nice little bonus as you work your way up towards Jackie Robinson. Completing all 6 divisions of Team Affinity is going to take you lots and lots of time. I can't stress enough, do not rush this stuff. It's 60 successful showdowns in total, so it's going to take a long time. I'll probably try to knock out 1 or 2 showdowns a day on this account after I finish the AL Central today. But yeah, this Jackie Robinson 99 overall card, plays 4 different positions. Amazing looking card. Basically a free 99 if you can conjure up the stubs for the 10 pre-order diamonds, and really a huge goal for us to work towards moving forward as a no money spent player. Just can't stress enough, man, take your time with these Team Affinities. You don't need to sit in Showdown for 10 hours a day to get this Jackie Robinson as soon as possible. The actual cards that you get in Team Affinity are really good and are going to be more than serviceable in ranked play online for a very long time. So kind of just make this a long-term goal, and when you end up with 99 Jackie Robinson at the end, it's going to be an amazing feeling. So that's kind of our long-term plan moving forward. I'm going to knock out the entire AL Central division today because I want all 5 of these cards for our team, and then I'm going to try to do 1 or 2 showdowns a day moving forward. Maybe we can get Jackie Robinson in like 3 to 4 weeks that way. But we're going to go ahead and lock in for several hours and finish these 10 showdowns to completely finish the AL Central division at Team Affinity. Alright, so here's a little quick trick you guys can use when you're in the final boss battle of Showdown. It's a nice tip so you can avoid hitting into a lot of double plays early on in the boss battle. When you're still losing by a lot, I think the cutoff is around 5 or more runs. The computer's actually programmed to participate in what's called defensive indifference, which basically means they don't care at all if you steal second base because they're already winning by so much. So as you can see on the right side of the screen next to Jay Baez, you can see the first baseman Paul Goldschmidt is nowhere near the first base bag, and that is the indicator that we can go ahead and steal for free. He's not holding us on at first base, meaning he's not standing on first waiting for a pickoff throw. He literally just does not care if we steal at all, so we can use this to our advantage, get a free steal, and that prevents us from hitting into a double play, because double plays are really killer in these final boss battles because you're making 2 outs with 1 swing pretty much. So as you can see it in the runner window as well. Paul Goldschmidt nowhere near first, so we're gonna hit L2 to tell our runner to steal, and we're just gonna take second base for free. Now we can't hit into a double play. This is huge for preventing double plays. Double plays are one of the worst things you can do in the showdown battles, so I hope that helps you guys. Also, don't let them trick you when you're in a closer game. Like right now it's 12-12. They're not holding me on at first base, but it's because I have guys on first and second. I have made this mistake before where I tried to steal here. If I was going to try to steal, again, we can see he's not holding us on at first base, but if I tried to steal here, they would actually just throw to third and throw us out. So don't do this when you have runners on first and second and it's a close game. And here's a quick example of when you don't want to do it. You can see it's 12-10. The first baseman is holding me on at first base, so we do not want to steal here. The catcher will throw down to second and probably throw us out. Whew, what a grind. We finally completed 10 showdowns. You can see on screen we have 50 Team Affinity vouchers. We're going to put them all in the AL Central. That's going to give us 150 points for that division, and it's going to give us all the rewards for it. And if you guys are wondering where to redeem these vouchers from Showdown, I've been asked this question a lot on stream. You have to go to the Team Affinity division that you're working on, scroll down to exchanges, and then repeatable Showdown voucher, and then you have to turn them in one at a time. It is done. We got all 150 points for the AL Central Team Affinity. You can see all these rewards we got. Pretty awesome stuff. We also got a ton of cash stubs. As you can see in the top left corner, we're now up to 28k cash stubs, which is pretty awesome. We got the uniforms for every team in the AL Central, as well as their icons and banners and all that good stuff. But most importantly, the upgrades to our squad are gonna be huge. We have 5 new diamond players to add, as well as 5 new gold players. Jim Thome, Grady Sizemore, Shane Green, Kelvin Herrera, and CJ Crone all going to be joining the squad in some way. Kelvin Herrera and Shane Green joining the bullpen right away, and Jim Thome's going to hold down first base for us until we can get that Diamond Giambi from Daily Moments. And here's the good stuff. I'm so excited. Our 5 new 88 overall Diamond players: Franmil Reyes, Niko Goodrum, Jose Berrios, Tim Anderson, and Salvador Perez. Our team just got a whole lot better. And on top of that, we have 5 Ballin' is a Habit packs to open and 16 Team Affinity packs. Team Affinity packs are just like standard packs, standard odds, but Ballin' is a Habit is a guaranteed gold card with an increased chance at a diamond pull. So hopefully we can pull some fire out of this and maybe get us a jump start towards working on those live series collections. First Ballin' is a Habit is Gio Urshela, then Marcus Simeon, followed by Luis Castillo's gold card and Anthony Rizzo, 2 golds in this one. Tim Anderson, that's funny. He's selling for a lot though. And Stanton, wow, this was like an 8,000 stub pack. This was actually crazy. And our final Ballin' is a Habit pack, unfortunately, is another gold. It's Ken Giles, who's also selling pretty well as well. The good news is some of the golds we pulled sell for a lot. We made probably 10k off of those 5 Ballin' is a Habit packs, so that is good news. On to the 16 Team Affinity packs. Can we pull anything good out of here? And unfortunately, we completely whiffed on all 16 of those packs. We only even pulled 1 gold card the entire time, but that's okay. So here's how the updated squad is looking. You can see we have 5 diamonds in the lineup now. The bench is looking a lot cleaner as well. Our 3 golds as well are set up perfectly to be replaced by all the no money spent stuff we're going to be doing in the near future. First base is going to be Evolution Jason Giambi, which we'll be able to get in a couple days from doing Daily Moments. Second base will be Diamond Roberto Alomar, also from Daily Moments. And at third base, which is leading into what we're going to dive into next episode, we are planning on playing 89 Albert Pujols here at third. Next episode, we are going to beat the Orioles on All-Star to finish off the Eric Davis program, and then we're going to jump right into Conquest and start working on that Albert Pujols card. We took some of our stubs as well, and we went and bought some bullpen relief pitchers that were gold, so our whole bullpen is gold now except for Pedro, who's honestly a good card anyway. And we have 88 Jose Berrios in the rotation to complement 86 Joe Musgrove as well. We need 3 new starting pitchers, but those are going to be ideally acquired in Conquest as well. You can get gold prospect pitchers from the packs for completing that. So that's where we're headed, and as you can see, we have almost 35k stubs cash as well, so We may be trying to make some moves on the marketplace next episode as well. We're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Thanks so much. I'll see y'all next time.